Hey everybody, this is Roy Bandari with TalkCondo.com, and today we are at the absolutely stunning sales office of the Pemberton at 33 Yorkville, and we're joined today by James Bradeen, VP Sales and Marketing at Milbourne, and of course of the Pemberton. James, thank you very much, and we're really excited to talk about this one. So, the Pemberton at 33 Yorkville.
Yes.
When I look at this project, I think for me the two sort of flagship items of this project are in the name of the project itself.
Without a doubt.
The Pemberton is the builder, and 33 Yorkville is the address. So this is a project we've been waiting for a long time. I want to first of all talk about Pemberton. Mm-hmm. I think to have a builder of that sort of, with that history and with the sort of developed prowess that they have, to bring a building like this, and then sort of the boldness to put their name of the project of the builder as the name of the project, I think speaks volumes to what they want to achieve here. So talk to us a little bit about Pemberton, and sort of that ties into.
So I think you hit the nail on the head. So the two most important and kind of critical components of this project really are within the name. Yeah. So the Pemberton at 33 Yorkville, the Pemberton Group is a development company that's been around for over 40 years now. Yep. So it's a third generation family run business, and it's really one that's defined by craftsmanship and quality. So it's a company that's built over 18,000 units in the past. There are currently 6,000 suites under construction, and over 10,000 suites coming to market in the near future. So the exciting thing, as you mentioned, is they've chosen this project to put their name on. Yeah. So it truly is going to be their flagship project. They're integrating a number of exciting features into this, as well as really kind of elevating the features and finishes for this project as well. So it really will be a showstopper.
So when I think of Pemberton, what I think is great about Pemberton is that they've developed in sort of every corner of the GTA.
Absolutely.
From condos in Mississauga to Stouffville. Yes. They've got some of the best performing projects in downtown. We talked about U condos.
Exactly.
One of the best buildings in the city, some of the best per square foot prices, some of the best rental prices, and when you look at the market of that building in particular, its turnover is very fast.
Consistently top 10 in the city.
And that again speaks to the quality of Pemberton. And
absolutely.
So they've not just developed in downtown; they've developed everywhere. And you know, third generation developer, 40 years of experience. Pemberton really do play at that top shelf of developers in the GTA.
Without a doubt. So it really is one of the biggest master plan community builders from a high-rise standpoint in the entire country. So with this project, with this builder, there couldn't be a better sponsorship, and it really is something that is going to bring this to a different level.
I agree. And we always talk about how important buying a developer is when you're buying pre-construction. It's one of the most important.
It's the most fundamental block. It's the most critical pillar for any purchase, right? Having that sponsorship, having a developer that you can trust to actually complete, and to complete in a way that you would like it to be. You want the finishes to be at a certain level. Yep. You want the craftsmanship to be there. And I think it's very important to note that Pemberton also has complete vertical integration. So from land acquisition to the actual construction process, their brand, their name is on every step of the development cycle, which is truly important because, again, from a quality standpoint, craftsmanship, they really have oversight of absolutely everything, which is a game changer.
Yeah, and I think that's what puts them in that top shelf of the development pool again, right? There's only a handful of developers that have that vertical integration from A to Z. Exactly. There's only a handful of developers, and when you're playing in that pool of developers, you can sort of be rest assured that you're in very good hands. You're in the best of hands when it comes to Pemberton. So I really want to put that hammer that point home. So.
Me too. You know what? It really is. It's the first and most important thing about this project. And again, we're incredibly glad that they've obviously named this the Pemberton because it's the perfect entry point for a project of this caliber.
So let's talk about this location. They could have put their name on any project.
Absolutely.
You know, they've got a lot of projects out there. I've got my theory on why they picked this. I think being in Yorkville is the special neighborhood in Toronto. Right? I think you would be hard pressed to find anybody to argue that Yorkville is the best neighborhood that Toronto has to offer.
Without a doubt.
It has the best transit hub. It has the best shopping. It has the best restaurants. It has the best cafes. A, B, C, D, E, F. It's got the best everything. It's got the best hotels.
Yes.
You know, when you pick any time of the day, come along Yorkville Avenue, it's alive. It's there's people on the side. It's just an amazing place to be in the city. And naturally, when you've got that, what follows is the best real estate.
Yes.
We've been selling condos for the last 10, 11 years, and there's not very many opportunities to sell Yorkville.
No.
It is the special location. You tell me Yorkville from your side. And
so you know what? I think that Yorkville is one of the most iconic locations throughout the entire country. So not just within the city of Toronto, but without a doubt in the country of Canada, Yorkville has a special place, especially in our hearts. So there are 4 reasons that we truly define this as a super prime location. And you've touched on basically all of them. So the first and foremost is going to be connectivity.
Yeah.
So having 2-minute access to Bay and Bloor, having 2-minute access to Yonge and Bloor. The builder's intent is also to have direct underground access to the path system pending city approval, which makes this a building unlike anything else that you'll find in Yorkville. So really
Amazing.
Having direct kind of access to line 1, line 2, it makes this very different. So from a connectivity standpoint, it's the best of the best. Number 2 is the prime access to not only the best education nodes, right? So you have UFT only 600 meters away, you have Ryerson University only 1.5 kilometers away, just to the south, but you also have the best employment node. So you have the financial core, which again, you should have direct access to via the path. So you don't even have to leave you don't even have to go outside, right? So having the financial core just about 15 minutes to the south provides you the best employment in the city. And then you also have the health network. So UHN is only about 1 kilometer away. So the best in North America, right, is something that you have employment, you have education. Having that healthcare network as well really makes it a very special location. The rarity as well of having a Yorkville address is something that it's incredibly hard to find.
Yeah, I mean, you look along Yorkville Avenue today. It's heritage, it's developed. The opportunity for developable Yorkville Avenue addresses is slim to none at this point. It's going to be increasingly rare.
Exactly. So it really is it's a street that's only 2 blocks long, it's 600 meters. By definition, it is one of the most rare addresses to have in the entire country as well. And then finally, the retail corridor, right? This is a retail corridor that is the most expensive in all of Canada, and it's for good reason. You have the flagship shop for Hermes, for Gucci, for all of these top brands, as well as the fact that you really have some of the best restaurants in the entire city really just right at your doorstep. Yep. So when you put those 4 things together, when you put together the retail component, as well as the connectivity, the health and education sector, as well as the financial core being very close by as well, it really makes this a location unlike any other throughout the entire country.
And I think the great thing about Yorkville is that no matter as the city gets developed, Yorkville is always going to be Yorkville. It's always going to be sort of that the pinnacle of the real estate of Toronto.
Exactly.
So I think the opportunity to get into a project like this now is, I think it's incredible.
Without a doubt. And Pemberton really is kind of taking this to another level as well. There's a number of things with regards to the building, the structure. They're implementing smart features to really kind of make this a very different experience than you would find throughout the area as it exists today.
Well, it's interesting. So I wanted to talk, one of the things I wanted to sort of contrast with, if you came to Roy today and said, I want to buy a condo in Yorkville, and I want to buy a pre-construction condo in Yorkville, you look around what's available. You've got a few projects, but the entry point for a 1-bed at this point, with what's out there, is around $1.5 million.
Absolutely.
The entry point for a 2-bed is around $2.35 million. Mm-hmm. So the entry point at this point to buy something in Yorkville is almost double the entry points where we can get into at
Without a doubt.
Yorkville, so.
With prices starting around the 800 mark, it really is something that this will also provide you with an incredible opportunity to get into one of the most highly sought after neighborhoods at a relatively affordable price point.
Yeah, I think it's great. So let's talk about 33 Yorkville.
Yeah, yes.
We've got the scale model behind us. So give us a little bit of context on where we are and sort of give us where we are with the building.
Absolutely. So directly fronting onto Yorkville Avenue. It is a project that will front both onto Yorkville as well as Cumberland to the south.
Yep.
Right.
Amazing.
So it is effectively 2 towers designed by Peter Clues at Architects Alliance. So you have the west tower that's rising up to 42 stories, and the east tower that's up to 68 stories.
Amazing.
So they're connected by a podium here. So the podium is going to be 7 stories tall, and that's going to encompass 67,000 square feet of commercial and retail space.
Which is amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Right. It's an outrageous amount of space that really will provide amenities retail and commercial that will complement the amenities for the building itself. And then you also have over 47,000 square feet of amenities within the building as well. So truly an incredible amenity program that a building of this caliber, a building of this size allows you to have.
Just to help give some context on what else is around. Just to the north, you've got the Four Seasons.
Yes, right here.
Toronto's best hotel and residences. To the south, to the east, you've got Yonge Street.
Yes.
Toronto's most important avenue, going all the way from the lake all the way north. To the west, you've got Bay Street, which again is a premier financial hub, financial street. So you're surrounded. And to the south of Cumberland, you've got Bloor Street.
Exactly.
So when I name these streets, they are the who's who of.
It doesn't get any better.
Yeah, this is Boardwalk, right? This is Boardwalk.
It really is.
So just to help give some context on what's around there, and you got as you said the intent to have the path connection.
Yes.
To the south, sort of where I'm standing now would be Yonge and Bloor, which is again just to highlight just how incredible this location is.
Without a doubt. And I think one thing that you mentioned, so obviously the Four Seasons is directly across the street.
Yeah.
But it's exciting because the Four Seasons obviously has, when a hotel like the Four Seasons is coming to the city, they have the opportunity to purchase in any location, right?
Yeah.
And they've strategically chosen this location because it is the best of the best. So being across the street, being directly across on the south side of the street, means that again, it has that it factor. It has something that nowhere else in the city has, and it truly defines what makes this location special.
I couldn't agree more. Give us a rundown on. So we've got two towers. Give us a rundown on what to expect on the suite mix. Give us a bird's eye view.
Yeah. So there's going to be junior one bedroom starting from about 365 square feet, and then you have 2 bedroom plus dens that will range up to about 1,125. So there really is a pretty great selection of suites that will provide the opportunity for really kind of a number of opportunities for any different type of individual, whether you're looking for investment or end use. There's some fantastic opportunities for everyone.
Amazing. One of the things we notice is that the suites are finished to the nines.
Absolutely.
We'll go upstairs and take a look, and we can give a quick rundown on that as well.
Sounds good.
Awesome. So this is a standard kitchen.
Yes.
So give us a quick rundown on sort of the highlights here.
Absolutely, yeah. So I think that there are a number of things that have been included that traditionally would be upgrades that have been included in this project as standard. So for instance, you have the integrated Miele appliances.
Amazing.
You have the quartz countertops in both the kitchen and the bathroom. You have 9-foot smooth painted ceilings, as well as the engineered hardwood flooring, right? So it is something that really is an elevated look that you'll find within this building itself. And even the small details, even things like the window coverings. So there's going to be roller shades for every suite to keep the exterior look consistent. But then beyond that, obviously, it is something that it affords kind of it's typically the first thing that anyone purchases when they move in. So
we've got a roller shade guy on speed dial.
Exactly. So including it as standard is something that, again, it just shows you the extra level that Pemberton's going to.
Awesome. I know there's a lot of awesome technology sort of scattered throughout the building as well. So talk to us about that and what can they expect with that?
So there's a few things. So the Pemberton Advantage is going to encompass a number of different kind of smart technology systems that are integrated into the project. So there's going to be the Eddy system. So for water leak detection as well as shut off. So it's a 2 kind of prong system which will allow you to, or the system will detect any leaks throughout the building itself. If there is a leak, it actually shuts off the water to that particular location.
That's amazing.
That really helps out with insurance costs as well as just general maintenance for the building. You don't have to worry about massive leaks because it is something that obviously is incredibly costly, right?
It is, it's incredibly timely as well, right?
Exactly.
We're seeing videos sort of circulate around buildings with a lot of leaking, and a system like that is incredible to have.
Without a doubt. Pemberton is also partnered with Kohler, so for all of the fixtures in the kitchen and the bathroom. So really, again, bringing it to an elevated look. There's also going to be a CyberSuite. So CyberSuite is basically a smart technology system that is integrated within the building. So at the touch of or on your tablet or on your phone, you actually can communicate directly with the concierge.
Oh, amazing.
Book amenities, get details with regards to any packages incoming or that you've picked up in the past. But then it also is integrated with Latch. And Latch enables you to send a code, for instance, to a guest that's coming to visit. So you actually don't have to worry about, for instance, if you have someone that's coming to clean the space, you can actually send a code that will expire after a certain period of time to allow those people to come up.
These technologies are so important to do at the top because they're really hard to do after the fact. So
exactly.
Thinking all of those things through, again, just sort of highlights the sort of attention to the detail that Pemberton have put in throughout the building. So.
And it really kind of just shows the elevated approach that they're really taking with this. They really are thinking about it, again, from a high level perspective. What will make the residents' life easier, better, and more efficient? And implementing these features really, it will allow for a better living experience.
I love it. And just to sort of wrap up what sort of the main bullet points.
Yes.
We talked about, first of all, Pemberton,
yes.
A multi-generational developer with decades of experience. If you're going to put your money with a developer, you cannot find a better developer than Pemberton. They are one of the best of the best. Then you got a location that, again, best of the best. You cannot find a better location, flanked by Young, Bay, Bloor, on Yorkville Avenue, one of the last developable plots on Yorkville Avenue. This is a world-class address. There's no ifs or buts about it.
Without a doubt.
Then you've got to the point where the builder has put their name on the building itself, like just as a real stamp of approval. We are in the best location that's surrounded by the school network, the health network, the financial, the best shopping, the best restaurants, the best hotels, like the best, pick it. It's there. And that's not us just being over the top.
No,
it really truly is. This is where the best of the best set up their home.
Yes.
And then you've got suite finishes and amenities. 48,000 square feet of amenities.
Yeah, 47,000 square feet of amenities, 67,000 square feet of retail and commercial space. They're integrating and bringing everything to this
technology and suite finishes that are just top of the line. They are this is a head to toe special opportunity at a price for the neighborhood that I think is you will never see this price again.
No.
And again, that's not something I'm just saying to say.
Not hyperbole.
It's
really
true.
Is the truth.
It's true.
Yeah.
If you want to buy in Yorkville at the next launch, or the launch after this, or the launch after this, it will be significantly higher
without a doubt
than this price. And I truly believe that. So. James, we are really excited to bring our investors to this project. Like I said, we're always excited to work on Yorkville. It's not very often we get to work on Yorkville. It's always a thrill for us. So thank you very much. And if our clients are interested, what do they have to do?
Please call Roy Bandari.
I love it.
Absolutely.
James,
thank you so much, Roy. It's a pleasure.
Great.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.